Shalom, brothers and sisters. Shalom. So they say this Trump's border wall, building that border wall down here on the Mexican-U.S. border, a border wall. Now they ask, is that border wall really going to keep out Mexicans, Hispanics from coming into the United States illegally? You gotta be kidding me, man. You gotta be kidding me right there, brother. Hey, the Mexicans have been coming into this country illegally, crossing that border for many, many, many long years. In fact, there are underground tunnels, underground caves from Mexico all the way into the United States, where Mexicans have dug an underground tunnel from Mexico, dug out a tunnel all the way into the United States. There's a lot of these tunnels. There's a lot of these caves, tunnels, where coyotes run illegal Mexicans, bring them to the U.S. through underground caves. Now these caves and walkways under the ground, tunnels, go well under that border wall. They can go underneath that border wall. There's tons of these underground tunnels in Mexico and the United States. A lot of these tunnels will fork off. You can either go right or left. You're not sure which way to go, which way goes to America, which way goes to Mexico. I'm not so sure. But a lot of these coyotes, they know their way through these underground tunnels from Mexico to America and from America to Mexico. These underground tunnels have been bringing over illegal Mexicans into the United States for a long, long, long time. Some of these tunnels have been discovered by Border Patrol agents, but hey, there's still many, 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 many others out there that have not been discovered. Now that border wall that sits on top of the ground, that'll keep out a minimum, just a little minimum, of the Mexicans that are coming into this country illegally. But now there's a lot of them coming underground through these tunnels. Now, if you put a border wall, these tunnel systems are going to be used more and more often. Okay, now if you put a border wall, we can find a way to get over that wall. If there's a wall there, if you're walking down a trail and there's an obstacle blocking your path, okay, now you have to think. You have to use your brain. And you have to say, okay, there's an obstacle here. I have to overcome this obstacle and get to the other side. Now what should I do? Well, I can go under or I can go over. Right? They make things to fly over a wall. They make these things on the beach. These parasailers. They make these small one-engine gliders. It looks like a kite with a wheelchair up in the sky flying. It has a very, very quiet engine, very quiet motor, and it has wheels, and it just glides through the sky. It's really quiet. There's no lights on it. Now, who's to say these gliders, these coyotes can get about a dozen of these gliders? The Mexican mafia can buy about a dozen of these gliders and help the coyotes get Mexicans over into the United States, flying over the wall. Day or night, they can find a nice secluded place along the border where there's a lot of less traffic. There's not a lot of traffic, not a lot of border agents in that particular area at any given time. There's lots of these secluded places along thousands and thousands and thousands of miles. Border Patrol agents are not able to manage and keep Mexicans out of this country along thousands and thousands and thousands of miles of border. They don't have enough manpower to do that. If somebody wants to come in this country from Mexico into America, there's always a way. Whether you go under through tunnels into the U.S. or you go over in a parasailing glider. If you really want to come to America, there's a way. There's a will, there's a way. A border wall. You gotta be kidding me, Donnie Rich Boy Trump. You gotta be kidding me. If these people have something they want on the other side, they're gonna make it to the other side. You better believe it. Shalom. Shalom.